Good evening, everyone. It's that time. It's that time again.
Good evening, everyone.
So, we go again. We go again indeed. Welcome, everyone, to my live YouTube stream. Hopefully, everyone, you can hear me loud and clear. I'm Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope everyone's doing well. So, let's get straight to it then. So, this is it. Where we are now. We're in this second half of GB Codger's British Touring Car Championship. Boy, that's flown so fast, and yeah, obviously, where we are now, we're in round 6 of Jimmy's British Touring Car Championship, with another 5 races to participate in, 5 race meetings, I should say, with each one of them having the sprint of the feature, and yeah, that's bring on the second half, which is certainly fun. And in terms of the, for those who are just tuning in terms of the drivers and manufacturer standards, what we have here is that we've got, just looking on the few things there. So for the points table, we've got Legion, who is on 94 points, leading the championship by a point ahead of LEC Ben, with myself in third with 78 points, so I'm 16 points behind Legion, although that I've closed the gap just a couple of points. And Marty's in fourth with 75 points, with Butler in fifth with 61 points. And then we've got Honda, who are on 75 points, with Nissan on 73 as they are second, Renault on 71, Audi, the brand I'm representing, on 68. So a 7-point difference between the top 4. So a lot at stake for sure as we head down to the second half of the campaign. So I have no idea what to expect. So I'm just going to head down to, as we're off to Barcelona, Circuit de Catalunya. So be any moment where Jimmy opens up the lobby. So for those who don't know Mr. Jimmy Codger Racing, he has a channel for those who like to go and check him out, as he runs the British Touring Car Championship from a specific era. And yeah, so go and check him out for those who like to go and have a look on YouTube. It's James H75 with a dash in between the James and the H. So it could be any moment. So there is no rain at Circuit de Catalunya. So what's going to happen for those who are just tuning in is that there's going to be a bit of practice in those 2 races. Obviously, there's a 10 minutes qualification on the build-up to the 15-minute sprint race, which involves no tyre wear, no fuel consumption rating, whereas the feature, it involves tyre wear and fuel consumption rating. So, yeah, let's get things underway whenever Jimmy's ready. So, just refreshing lobby, refreshing. So there we go. We're in. So yeah, that's we've got 10 minutes qualification on the build up to the to the sprint race, and then wherever we finish in the sprint will determine the grid for this feature race in reverse order. So obviously we've got some competition in our hands, as we've got well, I was doing some practicing obviously, and so we've got Glowing Legion, we've got Clayjax, who's making a return to the series after missing a few weekends out as he were away. So he's looking to make a statement, having missed the 3 meetings in that sense. So and today I've been doing Tough Mudder, so literally going to be killing my legs as well as my foot, of course. And so I'm just gonna having had a go at one of them like mini races. Obviously, we'll just get into the floor, be sure that I'm all good for the sprinter feature that's about to kick off. So just get a couple of laps in. So we're getting some practice laps in before we get the 10 minutes qualification underway. And there's Egberg on the leaderboard, who was making a return to the touring cars as well after having had a couple of weekends away. It's alright, mate. Oh, they practice. So whilst they're all practicing, I'm just going to get a quick toilet break and then should be back very shortly. And then back. So let's have another crack. So Butler with a 14.2. So whether he's got a toe or not, I'm not too sure. So just let these people by. And we've got LFC Ben also going quicker. So just let Ado by. And he's just gone straight on. Whatever happened. I'm not too sure what happened there, to be honest. And Clayjack's top of the timesheets as well with a 14.1. So I got it into the 14s, which is the start. So LFC Ben and Claydos will be properly at it with each other as it looks. Cheers, matey. Got it into the mid 14s, so just a couple of tenths away from Clayjax and LFC Ben. So quality's about to get underway. Best of luck to those who are taking part in the qualifying. Just remember to allow yourself some space, or give each other some space, because we are not racing in quali. And hopefully we get a result. And yeah, obviously we'll be doing the sprint in the national layout, and then we'll be doing the feature in the Grand Prix layout with the chicane, of course. Copy, James. Eggberg's gone straight on. Clayjack's going with a 14.0. So got Ben right behind me. Very wise to get the track position as yours has been. That's not Ben who's just gone out. So there's myself and Hado that wants to get on with it. LFC Ben's out on the track, which is going around turns 3 and 4 according to the track map. Let's go. Clayjack straight away with a low 14. No messing around for Clayjack's on his return. So we'll wait to see what LFC Ben's got to offer. Come on. This feels better. Got it into the mid 14s. See if I can get it into the low 14s. If I can. Middle sector was so-so. Let's see what the last sector has for me. Although I may be a couple of tenths down, but we've just over 4 minutes left and yet to see a lap from LFC Ben in the top 8. And LSE Benz 2 managed to get it into P2 for the moment. And I managed to improve my lap time, having got into the low 14s. Oh, just having to wait a touch on the steering to try and get it to turn in. Just need to slow down a touch there as I was about to get to a track limit warning. But it did stop Clay Giants improving his time with a 14.0. It is possible to do a 1.13. Just need to back off a touch. Probably going to get one more push lap on this situation. And Edberg's up ahead. Got to bear that in mind too. Last push now. LFC Ben's pinned me on the second row at the moment. Unless I can pull something out of the bag. Not, I'm afraid. So I'll just go for a quick toilet break and we get the sprint race underway. And I'm back. So, we've got Clayjax, who takes pole position on his return to this series and gets a point for the pole position for race 1, with LFC Ben in second, my championship protagonist, Danny C in third, Butler in fourth, Legion, the championship leader, in fifth, and we've got Matthias in sixth, Glowing Old in seventh, Hado in eighth, we've got Gold in ninth, we've got Tyler Man in 10th, Swifty in 11th, Egberg in 12th, and we've got to Royalty Exotics bringing up the rear in P13. So, I think we're good to crack on with the sprint. And Egberg says he has trouble with the course. Obviously, we all have our own issues with certain tracks, but it's just getting the lap together, which is another thing as well as that, and strategy also going to be a different factor and all when we get to the feature. So so there we have Clayjax, the season 2 champion, on pole, who is looking to return to winning ways, as the last time he raced was in Baguio on my first race of season 4, and Clayjax is looking to get off to a good start, and then it's just a case of keeping the mistakes to a minimum, which is not going to be easy for some. And who gets off to a good start? And Swifty says shake and bake to Egberg, after Egberg admitting that he has trouble with the course. Same with Swifty. Just go well out there, do your best, that's all you can do. As Mr. Winston Churchill would say, do your best and that's all you can do. So there's no Marty in this one, no Shadow in this one. So a couple of slots for the just another race where I could just focus on whatever this championship has to offer. So the race is about to begin. And good luck, everybody, and let's get down to business. I do the talking on the track as we are about to start race 1 of the evening. The League Racing Championship, of course. Ooh, this is where everything just tenses up, and then you just want to excel while the pressure is there, and this is something that, you know, the likes of Legion, LFC Ben, Clayjax obviously is looking to go on get some points, because every point matters on the build-up to the finale of the BTCC, as a lot can happen for sure. Whew. All 5 lights are on. Everyone again all bunched up together as Clayjax looks to fight back after losing out on pole. Oh, it's alright, Clayjax. So Clay Jackson, LFC Ben defending like mad to try and get every point possible. Whilst these two are busy fighting each other, that gives the chance from my side to get even closer, whilst I'm consistently keeping up with the pace. I don't know if I've gone too greedy on the corner, but I've closed the gap up to LFC Ben, and somehow I've got away with not having a time penalty as I set my PB on that one. LFC Ben's gone a touch wide there. He might get a penalty for exceeding track limits. No, he hasn't. Somehow got away with it. Somehow he got away with that one. Maybe that corner, where he might have got a bit too greedy. He's starting to feel the pressure as he kicked up a bit of dust. So I've got it into the low 14s for the moment, with Clay Jacks, LFC Ben, Danny C in the top 3. And as we speak, after a amount of times they've been aggressive with the curbs, LFC Ben has got a half-second time penalty for track limits. So that's going to shake things up a bit. Not only that, but for the championship, because regardless of where we finish, as long as I finish ahead of... LFC Ben goes too deep. As long as I finish ahead of LFC Ben and Legion, regardless where we finish, then that of course will increase my chances of the championship. So I just need to stick within LFC Ben, but I do feel for him after having had a good old scrap with Clay Jacks for the win. And that half-second penalty is about to kill his momentum a touch, unless something else happens to Clay Jacks. So LFC Ben coming around the final corner to serve the half-second time penalty for track limits. And through goes Danny C with 6 minutes left on the clock. He's going to go for it, isn't he? And he returns to P2. Returns to P2. Much better momentum than the last one. Just gonna do a bend of dummy. Come on! Who's gonna be last? Come on! It ain't over yet! I saw you coming, pal. Two racing laps left. It ain't over yet. Who's going to be last of the brakes? Obviously I was late on the brakes and LFC Ben was able to carry the momentum around the outside to retake P2. This is never ending. This is never ending. Force him into a mistake if I can. Ah. Well played, mate. Well played. Regardless of where we finish, we made it. We made it. And Clayjax is flying around and having put in low 1 minute 40s, one low 1 minute 14s, and so I finished ahead of Legion, but fortunately I finished behind LFC Ben on the last lap. But it's still good points. A podium's a podium. So I just need to convert that sprint race result into a feature race result. Oh. And eventually, Clayjax comes across the line to take the win on his return after 3 weekends away. Well done, everyone. Yes, Ben, thank you very much, buddy, and well done to you, buddy. It's been a great race, and I enjoyed myself, and I'm sure you have too. And regardless of the result, it's just, well, this is it. Well, a few more points than Legion. Obviously, a couple of points are short of LEC Ben, but a lot to play for in the future. So we've got Clayjax taking the win with the fastest lap, having started on pole with LFC Ben in second, myself in third, Butler in fourth, Legion in fifth, Glowing in sixth, Mateus in seventh, we've got Hado in eighth, Good Old Nat in ninth, and Egbert grabbing the last point. And we've got Tyler Mann, Swifty, Royalty rounding out the finishing order. Welcome along, Ryan. Welcome along. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're well. And I hope all is well from your end too. So, if you just joined in, obviously, me and LFC Ben not only fighting for whatever position we really needed to finish, but to get as many points as possible for the championship, which of course, it's been a dogfight, let's be honest. Ever since he had that half-second penalty that of course was giving him putting him on the back foot, but therefore that it gives me the chance to just to go for it, regardless when we finish. So So Jimmy's changing the lobby settings. No problem, James. Already saved the replay. Don't know how many times I keep pressing that for having already saved the replay. So, but yeah. Covered in sweat now. Having done some more sweating this morning after doing 15k Tough Mudder. And then, so, the endurance race with 30 minutes, of course, on the clock. And fortunately, it's a mandatory pit stop rule where you just got to use 2 different tyre compounds in the dry. Although this track never rains in the game. So, yeah. So, very curious to see what. Obviously, this is the first time stream. This is the first stream since the recent update, and as of Thursday. Obviously, some little things, just some little things that have been tweaked, especially the BOP and 3 new cars as usual, and then obviously tyre wear and fuel consumption model is just a different story in it. So let's see what happened, what we have here. So we've got tyre wear rates set to 8, interestingly, fuel consumption rate set to 6. So fuel should not be an issue. Obviously, with the tyre wear, it's also a different matter. So I'm just going to choose my tyres, well, just to have a go on, and then get some laps in. I'm going to go for a quick toilet break, and I'll be back with you very shortly. And I'm back. Okay. There's no stress, mate. Don't stress about it. Hey, was at a moment too. Gone over the AstroTurf there. Which, of course, awarded me a half-second penalty for track limits. But it's only practice, so there's... And then just giving it full beans out of that corner. So we've got Legion and LFC Ben up there and all. Clay Jackson in the low 55. So into the mid 55s, but the thing is the front left is going to go quickly on the mediums. I'd say I'd probably get 5 laps or 6 laps out of these out of the tyres in this kind of fuel load. So I think I've got a certain plan I have in mind in terms of getting the job done, because you don't want to be low on too low on fuel, because otherwise if you go a tad too low on the fuel on the pit stop and get it wrong towards the end, that's the last thing you're gonna need for sure. So I reckon it'll be about 5 laps. And see what tyres everybody on. So I've got Clayjacks on the racing mediums, and we've got Legion on the racing hards. So he's looking to go for the different strategy. LFC Ben with worn out tyres on the front left. So he had to come in at the end of lap 5. And we've got good old Egberg. Clayjacks on the hards. I may as well just go hards. Because fuel's not much of an issue as it turns out, so obviously we're just got a rough idea, like, so probably how quick's the lap, like, well, 155, so we'll get like let's say if we get another 4 or 5 laps between 8 minutes and 50 and 10 minutes left on the clock, if I got enough fuel, which shouldn't be an issue really. And yeah, so we'll get this race underway. And best of luck to those who are taking part on this one. No, just basic. Just get the job done. Just make sure we get the job done. So good luck everyone. Let's get the feature race underway. So I got LFC went too wide there, and LFC Ben's got the advantage. Patience, patience, patience. So we're up a place. I eventually got there. LFC Ben has a half-second penalty for track limit violations. So that's going to hamper his progress a touch. And same with the other car that's had a half-second penalty or 1 second penalty or whatever. LFC Ben coming straight into the pits as he feels the aggressive tyre wear and all, unless he's trying to do the overcut. As Legion's in 6th, forgot myself in 8th. And glowing up ahead and all. Slingshot past him and get some fresh air. As is Legion, who's coming to the as Legion's coming to the pits, should I say? And Glegg shoots up into 2nd after some rounds of pit stops. And then we've got Egbert overhead for the last remaining podium spot momentarily. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. No stress. Didn't realise you were going to come into the pits this sooner, but we move. So I just got Clay Jacks up ahead, so I reckon I'll get another lap out or two on fresh air. So I'm on racing hard, and then so the clock is ticking still. If you get it to about 9 laps. And then just get the job done. And see where I end up towards the end. Yes, Jep. Been a while, mate. So good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're well, my friend. I hope all is well from your end too. This is one of me friends of mine who I raced with well back when we were religiously racing together at GT, and then obviously it's a different environment that we're in nowadays for what we're doing, for whatever we're up to. So Swifty's about to, maybe not. A rail's coming to the pits. Oh, I just slipped on the astroturf a touch. Probably get away with it. And somehow I have escaped a 5-second penalty. Swifty's gone a bit wide there, just a touch, as he has. Got a bit of momentum. Good to hear from your side, mate. Let's see what I can do. What's automatically what matters is the getting as many points as possible. As I managed to gain a place. So we'll wait to see what Clayjax does when he comes in for new tyres. So I've got one of my championship rivals up ahead. Clayjax is in, having made the fuel last to 12 minutes left on the clock, as he's about to put on some fresh mediums. So I've got a couple of people coming in, interestingly, with LFC Ben and Clayjax in at the same time. A good old 2. And Clayjax is about to see this one out to the end of the race on medium tyres with enough fuel to get him to the end. And I'm ahead of LFC Ben on this one. As it looks. Unless some people pit in different times. Butler and Clayjax going side by side, going into the left-hander. Butler lets him by. Hado's in. And these two have got hazards on, Butler and Legion. Must be communicating with each other. I'm not too sure to the extent. So these two are coming in. They must be signalling that they're pitting. So that just makes my life much easier. I can see this one out to the end. I've got enough fuel to the end. So LFC Ben and Legion are outside of the top 8, which could be crucial for the championship from my side. And LFC Ben's managed to get into the top 8. As E2 is looking to try and get as many points as possible from a 2-stop. Because the 1-stop from Clayjacks is looking very good. Whereas from my side, looking for what is going to be another podium in the same meeting. It really depends on the... Effectively 2 racing laps left. Good to get another couple of laps in. As long as my front left tyre keeps up. So there's Legion in P5 with LFC Ben in 7. The people who I need to keep an eye out on for the championship. And I'm looking like I'm gonna get the job done, regardless where I finish. So we've got a back marker up ahead as it seems. Blue flags, mate. Blue flags. So I'm on the last lap now, effectively. Thank you. Nearly there. Nearly there. Clayjax looks like he's about to do another lap. And I went. But if I would have gone at one more lap, it's going to be much harder for the left front tyre to keep up. And Clayjax lost his line. He'll win the race. So well done to Clayjax for doing the double. And I'll take home a P2. GG's. Whew. Solid points. Solid points. That's more like it. That's more like it. And we're going to right ding dong going off with Butler, LFC, Ben and Legion. As I saw at one stage, Butler was, well, Legion was 5th place, and then obviously something happened. I'm not too sure, but big points. Excuse me. And well done to Clayjax on his return to the series, having missed 3 meetings out last time out, and getting the job done. A pole, win, fastest lap in both races. Obviously he started in 13th and last in reverse order for the feature. So a real statement there for Clayjax. Where does this lie for Clay Jackson's championship hopes. We don't really know until we get to know. With 4 races left to go, with 8 races to go, and a lot could happen in the touring cars, and it usually does. So I've done all I could to be sure I get the job done, strategy on point, and obviously with a sore foot to left foot, then I'm happy because I felt like before coming into this race after I had a fall on the tough mudder course, and I just refused to give up. And then obviously from my side, I had to do the same, just refuse to give up and just keep going and keep pushing and never give up until your body and mind doesn't allow you to. Just that mental approach. So I'm happy with how the meetings pan out. So, and unfortunate for Legion and LSE Ben, that's obviously finished 6th and 7th. Obviously, some of them done a 2-stop, which didn't pay off on that one. So we've got Clay Jacks taking the win with myself in P2, Ado in 3rd, Swifty in 4th. Respect to him for finishing in the solid P4 with Butler in 5th. LFC Ben in 6th. He'll be kicking himself after that 2-stop strategy didn't work out. Same applies to Legion, who had to settle for 7th. Even he had a 1-second penalty for track limits. Edberg in 8th. Forgot Glowing Gold in 9th. Goldall in 10th. And collected the last remaining points paid position with the Tyler Man, Mateus, Royalty, the last ones to finish the race. So spare a moment to congratulate Edu. Is that of course was a good day at the office from my side. Yeah, middle of last lap, but that's pad for you, says Legion. That's he said that to Butler. And Swifty's sparing a moment to congratulate me. He was up there in positions, but he had to pit. So what will happen there is at any moment that I'm going to receive a notification on my phone of a party invitation from Mr. James H., the host of the BTCC, and that's what's going to be happening too. But I'm not sure like how close am I to LFC Ben and Legion. I know I'm much closer to Legion, but it's just a case of how close am I to LFC Ben after a good scrapper we had for second place in the sprint, and then the feature became a different story. So let's see. Meaning it's only lasted 3 for 4, says Legion. No issues from my end. So therefore, it was crucial to be sure I have the right equipment, shall we say, the right equipment to be sure that I get the mediums to last long enough and to do the job. So five laps maximum means is Swifty. So credit to Jimmy for running the sixth round of the BTCC. So it was slightly a little different to comparing to what I was doing at the time. So, but track temperatures and etc. was a different story in that sense. So I could just put my feet up and chill until we get to the next round. Obviously, some open lobbies and see how I feel about on each day as I go along.
That's it. Put him on the spot. Yeah, why not? Right, so we'll see if we can get. Let's see who's. Oh, no, Cole. No, Cole. You're not getting a free race in the minis. I can barely afford him.
Been a long day. 15k in what feels like obviously 3 hours somewhere like that to took me. When you have some people around you, you go at your own pace and just help others if needs be, and then just enjoy yourself in each obstacle as you go along. And that, of course, is what got me the medal, which I do have it on the wall. Bear with me a moment. Don't know if you all can see it. There it is. 15k Tough Mudder finisher. When I did it first time in 2022, I didn't receive one. Wasn't sure why. Maybe it's because it was just the start of the normality more often with when COVID was around at one stage, and then obviously 2022 was the real full new normality compared to before COVID days. And yeah, so let's see if there's anybody racing, if they've got lobbies up. So we've got Thunder within a GR3 lobby. Let's see what we've got. So we've got just Chunder. Who else we've got? Pre-season, league race. It's a silent. We've got a GR3 lobby there, or GR2, sorry. There we go.
Well, thanks for taking the time to jump in the chat, Dylan. I'll catch up with you after the stream, mate. I'm going to get on to Danny C, for Team Audi. Are you there, sir?
Yeah, he's not in the party. Jimmy.
Did I not invite Danny C?
I don't think you did.
I thought I invited Danny C.
He thought he did, but then all of a sudden he forgot to send me an invite. But I got the invite, so what's going to happen now is that I'm going to be into the interview room. So I'll be back very soon.
How did you find that race, mate? Just quickly.
Well, honestly, I'll be honest with you. I struggled both races. I thought my F1 knowledge would come into play on that track, and it obviously didn't. The car is just it was very oversteery, to be honest with you. I was having trouble putting the power down, and then obviously in the sprint, I was doing pretty good. And then me and Fahey got together, which that's not his fault. I don't blame him at all.
You know what the oversteer was, Tyler?
What?
The rims digging in the tarmac.
But yeah, then in the sprint, that incident with glowing Fathead happened, and then I ended up getting in the back of Fathead, so I waited for him, and that kind of cost me. So, but you know, overall, had fun. That's all that matters. I don't know what happened to Matthias in the feature. He pitted and finished behind me. I'm like, what? And I was like, what the hell happened?
Brilliant.
So,
well, it's good news for you in the Independence Championship, Tyler, because you've not lost quite as much points in that race as you possibly could have done. You're still leading the championship.
Yes, it's maintain your lead. We'll see what the points, how it all tallies up, but it's going to be certainly close. Well, Tyler, Dylan, I'll catch up with you after the stream. But thanks for taking the time to jump in, buddy. And Danny C for Team Audi, are you there, sir?
Yes.
Danny C. Well, first of all, congratulations on your tough mudder. Can you put everyone everybody's questioning why you were so clean? Butler says you caught the bus to the tough mudder and it was 15 kilometres to the tough mudder. We're a bit suspicious how you were so clean.
It was muddy to start off with, and then obviously there was some cold water and then some puddles of it which we had to get through as part of the obstacle.
We're only pulling your leg, mate. What an achievement to do that. To do that this morning in this heat, do that, and then come here, join Jimmy's touring cars, and so good results. Where did you finish in the sprint, Danny? I can't remember. It was somewhere near it was third, was it?
It was third, yeah. That I was having a good dogfight with LFC Ben until the last lap.
That was brilliant to watch, by the way. Thank you.
No problem.
You said so. You didn't quite have enough in the tyres to challenge Clay Jacks, but you had a good gap behind you, and I think you're very good at playing the long game. And I knew you were going to play that. I could see that from the start, and you just got some safe points there tonight, Danny.
First things first, well, as always, Jimmy, thanks for running the championship, along with Adam and the cons, and well done to those who took part in round 6. For the sprint, for the qualifying side, that it was going to be very close between myself and LSE Ben, knowing that with Clay Jackson, who was looking to, let's say, he made a real statement, in all honesty, having returned to the series with a pole win, and of course the fastest lap as well. And same with the feature as well, because let's face it, that although it started at the back, P13, something like that. But as from my side,
just quickly, Adam, there's a record that's been broken. You mentioned it the other week in the Discord. Is that the first time someone's got a pole win?
In this championship for this season, I'm not 100% sure for the whole series that we've done, but certainly for this season, that's the first time someone's got a pole win and fastest lap, isn't it? Done a double on the wins, pole and both fastest laps. So, yeah, as Danny was saying, he's definitely come back in with some intent. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, Danny. There.
No stress. So yeah, that as soon as I saw LFC Benham, who got a half-second penalty for track limit violation, then I was like, you know what? I sensed an opportunity. So and then from there on, that we've just been fighting for, regardless where we finish here towards the end of the race, that every point counts. As we've got 4 race meetings with 8 races left on the table, and there's a lot to play for sure. Then, so obviously, and regardless of where we finish, and respect to LSC Ben for clean, respectful race in that sense, and I enjoy myself regardless. And then, whereas for the feature, I was thinking, do I go mediums or hards? So I'll just go with mediums, and then I just had to allow the time and patience, just to navigate my way through people and make the tyres last a bit to where I could possibly last. And therefore, that just be sure that I make that one-stop strategy work, having gone from the mediums to the hards with enough fuel in the tank, and just get the job done. Which to me, that's a real, for me. I'll be looking at that sort of performance in terms of getting enough points through those 2 races and all.
Well, as you know, there's a lot of testing that goes into this, Danny. I can't quite replicate. I can't quite. That's a bit of an understatement. I can't replicate your pace for the testing of the tyres, but I was pretty adamant that could not be done on a one-stop. Well, you've seen it here. I've said on the channel before, if anybody's unsure how to do strategy races, they're a bit wary of them and don't like entering them because they never get them to work. Danny's your man. Go on, when Danny's racing in these championships, follow him. Go and watch it from his perspective, and you'll get all the insight. And Danny has made a one-stop work. I didn't think that was possible, to be honest, Danny. Well, what? I'll let you get back to a well-earned beer, Danny. I'm sure you definitely deserve one after today.
Appreciate it.
Not just for the race, but for the Tough Mudder.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, don't forget, it's Danny C on YouTube. Go and hit him a like and subscribe. Go and show him the same support you're showing me. And finally, have we got Team Nissan in the house? I think he's gone back to...
I can answer on his behalf if you like. I'm technically Team Nissan.
You're more than Team Nissan, you're the team owner.
Yeah, exactly.
You're team principal.
Yeah, I still haven't been paid for the damage that he did at Nürburgring.
Has he still not paid? Has he still not... Is he not... You did send an invoice. Well, I know you did, but...
I sent an invoice, don't you worry. I sent it twice.
Maybe he thinks he's got 2 lots.
Yeah.
And he can stuff that. So, I think... We both deserve a bit of a rest now, I think, Adam. Thanks again for your invaluable contribution to the com.
Not going to get any peace and quiet now that I've been getting noticed for making certain strategies work on, etc., etc. So, but yeah, so that was round 6 of GB Codger's British Touring Car Championship from our stream. And credit to those who took part, and of course Jimmy and Adam for the commentary's perspective to provide you the quality of the show. And with 4 race meetings with 8 races to go, then I will keep going until the very end, the very last lap, or until the checker flag of the last lap of the last race of the championship. If mathematically it's possible, if it is mathematically possible, that's the sentence I'm looking for. If it is mathematically possible to put myself in this position and stand a chance of winning the British Touring Car Championship, so like I said, I felt that I've closed the gap to Legion a lot. On points, as well as for LFC Ben on the feature alone, although that he bet me on the sprint fair and square, and even though he had a half-second penalty, but it's all good. And anybody liking the content, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you very much to those who have been tuning in to say hello. What on the go? Thank you to those who spent a moment to say well done and great racing and so. And thank you to those who have been lurking. whoever it is. I'm not really fussed who's watching behind the scene, behind the phones, tablets, TV, or wherever. But I'll be live on Monday. Not decided on the car category, so therefore it gives me a chance to, well, see how it goes from my side. May you all have a great evening, great afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're up to, and most of all, look after yourself, stay safe. And from myself, Danny C, as a 2025 Yorkshire Tough Mudder finisher, 15k, and of course, a double podium from my side in round 6 of GB's BTCC. We bring on the next one, wherever we're off to. Let's keep going, let's keep pushing, and never give up. Like I never gave up at the Tough Mudder today. So, I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.